Welcome back to Ambition Strikes, where we're turning what used to be an abandoned mobile home into a real home. In the last video, you saw us have way too much fun tearing this thing apart.
What have you done with my porch?
In this video, we start the rebuild process, starting with the foundation.
Wow, this is sketchy right now.
Oh no! I've never poured a wall before. How hard could it be?
We got a blowout.
Oh shoot, there's a new one over here too. I'm trying to be lighthearted right now, but I'm kind of freaking out. This is not good. This foundation was poured in 1971 because in 1971, Ingrid stood here. Today's project is to see if this foundation is still good, starting with seeing if it's still level. Okay, that's dead on. 1/8 of an inch high. Dead on again. For a 50-year-old thing, it's within 1/8 of an inch across it, so. So that's gonna give us the clearance we need so we can just lift this whole floor up. That one over there is moving. Oh, there it goes. Now that the weight's off of it, this entire wall kind of worries me. Like, everything on this is loose. Seems like they should be stuck together better than they are. I don't know what we're gonna do. This project is, thought we were gonna be doing a mobile home remodel. I'm starting to feel like we can't even reuse the existing floor, and I'm worried about the foundation. Made some calls, talked to some friends, talked to some lumber suppliers, and we've made the decision that it's gonna be way better to just take this mobile home floor off and start fresh with I-joists. It's gonna cost us about $3,400 extra for the I-joists, but I think in the end it's gonna be well worth the effort to be building on a brand new floor. Andy's undoing the bolts that hold the two halves of the mobile home chassis together that make it a double wide.
Should we keep these for the next project? The chassis gets dropped off in the woods and you just have to use what's around you or from the dump.
$0 budget build. Well, Andy, I think we're free.
So all this is free. What about this pie? That's going to be smelly. Do you want to do rock, paper, scissors? Who cuts it? I think I owe you a new chain.
Hello? They don't make plywood like that anymore.
Two chain!
And your job is going to be to run around on the platform and find where you need to be to balance it.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we should put a ratchet strap on each side to level it out.
Yeah. From here down to each corner, then like it can't. Remember, this is a what we're doing channel, not a how-to channel, and I'm just showing you what we're doing. I actually think I'm the most nervous about this part of the whole process because I really don't want to mess up the foundation because now it's the only piece of this entire thing that we're saving. Any predictions?
I don't know, you've got some skills, Riley.
Let's find out. Here we go. Here goes nothing. It's lifting. Oh, we're almost free, Andy. Yeah, that side over there won't come apart. We can run it out like a stage, like lift the stage with the excavator and put the band up in the air. That'd be pretty cool.
Are we the band as well? Pretty good at karaoke after 2 beers.
It's free.
Riley, stop! I wonder if I can tighten this ratchet strap. That one.
The screws didn't hold. I think there was more tension on those screws than we realized, Andy. We knocked this whole wall out. Oh no! Watch out. Can you go and hook this onto this chassis crossmember right here? Well, I think we just try to pick straight up now and see what happens. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna swing a little bit.
It's gonna hit you, Riley. It's gonna hit you.
I know, there's nothing I can do.
Wow, this is sketchy right now. Nice.
That has to be one of the sketchiest things I've done in a while.
That was touch and go then.
That was not what I planned on. We did it though. Thanks for the help.
Let's see if we can do it better next time then.
Yeah. I'm glad we're not saving this. More chains this time. Okay. We've got this chain bolted in the middle so it can't do this now. And I just hope the excavator can pick up this much weight that far out, because otherwise, I don't know.
Start it up.
It's lifting it. It's lifting it. Oh, Andy, we're lifting it.
Riley, bring the boom in, it's lifting your back end.
All right, we need to get it closer to me then. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to be smooth. Andy, you watch the power lines too.
Okay, that's lifting way nicer.
I had to be more perpendicular for the lift, so now I need to steer. It's gonna bounce all over the place. I need you to just try to keep it somewhat stable. Okay. Oh, Andy, this is way better than last time. Oh, we did it. That went way better than the first time.
Nice, successful day again.
Yeah, successful day. We're gonna go get some dinner. It's late, we're tired, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Today, things have to get worse before they can get better. It's time to start repairing this foundation wall.
None of us have actually laid a brick wall, so I think we're both looking at Perkin Brothers and different YouTube videos, so hopefully this morning we've got a better idea.
Nothing like learning a new skill the night before we're gonna do a project by watching a YouTube video. Let's get to it. Maybe we're gonna hit the wall with the bucket and knock the whole thing over and have to start over. But that's not the plan.
Oh,
I hit it.
so that
Pipe's right there somewhere. That was like hose clamped. No wonder it was broken. And it's not very deep either. I bet this hose clamped thing just sat here leaking for years. Saturated all this soil and pushed the wall in. It's crazy how just like a small thing like that can cause so much damage. Don't let me break that pipe.
I'll do my best. It landed on my finger. Did you see that? That's actually worked pretty well. I was expecting them to attack you.
They can smell the fear, and so if you're just not afraid, they don't go anywhere near you.
Really?
I don't know, I made that up. It's super soft, right? I think it's basically sand. What did you find, Andy? It looks like ripper shanks for a tractor. What is that? It's like clamped around the pipe. It's It's a car chassis.
I feel like they could have just used a piece of wood.
Okay, we'll get this up out of our way.
Do you want some car chassis to hold that back?
Yes, please. I would love it if you could go find me a piece of old car frame. This is so scary. I feel like I'm just gonna smash the wall.
Definitely got slower in my old age.
Yeah, what are you doing over there? I don't think I've ever seen anyone run so fast. Whoa! So much for reusing the existing foundation. At least we can reuse the stem wall and the footer, but we're gonna have to redo a lot of the block work. Digging out behind the back foundation wall, and a new crack just appeared in the concrete that just has me really, really nervous. There's one over here too. Oh shoot, there's a new one over here too. The pressure is pushing this part of the wall in. I'm trying to be lighthearted right now, but I'm kind of freaking out. Where's the 4-foot level? The weight of the excavator has pushed this whole back wall in. This is not good.
We got the A team here. They let Mary Hannah and I out of our offices, and we're gonna come help because morale's a little low, and it doesn't need to be because we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna have the glamorous job of chiseling all of the old mortar off these blocks, and we're gonna turn it into a competition because neither of us is competitive at all.
At all.
Ready, set, go.
But I'm gonna win.
Whew. I lost. We just have like 100 more to do.
Yeah.
We got this, hon.
Can you believe that we have these people here helping us build a house?
I literally can't believe that, like...
Our random friends from the internet come live with us and help us build a house, but I have never had this much fun. Huge shout out to my brother. Like, we're taking on the biggest project we've ever done, and we've had a few oh shoot moments today, but we're gonna pull this off.
Yeah, we are. Wow, I'm already almost halfway done.
I don't turn down no heat. You know where I'm at, this ain't hide and seek. Refine my speech, designer sneaks. Upside down, come and ride with me. It's up now. I got this game in a lockdown. You talk too much, better hush now. I'm way too fly when I touch down. You know what's up now? No shame in the game, I'm different. Man, stay in my lane, no drifting. See me walking the same, they're limping. Look at me.
You ready to go? I'm so excited to give you guys a Boone update. It's been 6 months since he got his pacemaker and he is doing amazing. He's recovered from the surgery, honestly better than everyone even hoped. He's back to his puppy-like self and it's pretty incredible considering he's 11 years old. If it was up to Boone, he'd probably be eating cheeseburgers and chocolate for every meal, but I wanted to make sure that I was feeding him the best food possible. And so with that, I'd like to give a huge thanks to Sundays for sponsoring this video. Unlike most brands that are filled with hyper-processed grains and synthetic materials, Sundays is made with real food. It's likely things you probably eat yourself, like blueberries, carrots, apples. 90% meat, 10% superfoods, 0% synthetics. But unlike other healthy dog foods, there's no fridge required, no prep, and no mess. But what really matters to Boone is taste, so let's ask him what he thinks. If you'd like to improve your dog's nutrition, you can get 50% off your first order by going to sundaysfordogs.com/ambition or use the code ambition at checkout. And a huge thanks to Sundays for sponsoring this video.
Okay, welcome back to what used to be the basement. Before we can get started on the block work, we need to get this foundation straightened out, and we're gonna start right here on this crack. This is the worst spot on the entire foundation, and our plan is to use the excavator to pull this wall back plumb again, and then add a big steel reinforcement plate over this to hold it. And I think it should be stronger than it ever was before. In order to get the 240 volt power we need for the plasma cutter, we're powering it off the Lightning's 7,000 watt output, so we'll see if this works. Oh, we're on. Cool. All right, it works. The holes turned out round-ish. When in doubt, more hammer. Washer on, nut on. Pull. I don't think it's gonna take that much force.
No!
Oh, we're gonna warn you as well, and I thought no, because we've been looking at that wasp nest for 2 days, so he knows it's there.
I didn't know it was still in the wall. I thought we got rid of it. I dropped a bolt into their home.
I'm just going to the front.
Oh, we have gasoline.
Do we have a lighter?
Is that wasp spray, Andy?
Sort of.
You definitely made them mad. I don't know if it worked though. I am tightening the binder now.
Oh, it's moving.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stop. You need to go backwards.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. That's nice, mate.
Nice. Now the plate goes on.
My ears are bust now.
Bolt goes in. That's nice. Andy, this is gonna work really well. It's perfect.
So we just got the last bolt in on this plate, and just when we got the last bolt in, guess what's turned up, Riley?
Oh, the pizza's here.
Pizza time.
Thanks, Karen.
Okay, how do we know that Riley has been working on a project?
Because there are tools everywhere. I'm gonna release the tension on this chain and hopefully the wall doesn't move at all. I think we're good.
Well, I tell you what, Riley, old son,
Yeah,
it's still bob on the money.
didn't move, nice. Courtney, what are you working on?
Chiseling blocks.
What'd you work on yesterday?
Chiseling blocks.
Same thing as before, we're gonna pull on the wall that way with a chain to try to pull this wall straight, add some temporary braces, then we're gonna pour another little stem wall right here onto the footing that already exists that's gonna support the interior wall, and that's what's gonna brace this permanently. Okay, you've moved it 1/4 inch already. Okay, I've moved it 1/4 inch beyond what we were supposed to move it to allow for a little spring back. I think we're good. So we're gonna epoxy anchor into that footing, up this wall, and pour a stem wall that's gonna act like a corner gusset and keep this wall braced.
Like this.
Andy is acting as the wall. Wait,
Do I look like a concrete wall?
maybe you can just be the wall. Moment of truth. What happens when we let the tension off this chain? Oh, I think we're in luck. I don't think it's moving.
Oh, I just heard something then.
Oh, it's exactly 1.5 inches. It's exactly where we want it, so I hope it doesn't move anymore. Chain's loose.
There we go.
Andy! Look at our bolt.
It's even nearly cut through the washer.
Yeah, that couldn't hold up much more tension, could it?
Good morning. It is Friday, which means it's the end of the week, and it's been a pretty stressful week. I think we've just felt a lot of doubt about, are we doing the right thing? Are we making the right decisions? Are we going to end up with a product at the end that's good? But after the success of yesterday with the guys getting these foundation walls straightened out and reinforced, we're feeling a lot better. And the name of the game today is waterproofing. We need to get the foundation clean, so I'm going to get to work pressure washing this morning. I'm a little bit worried because this is the side with the wasp's nest, and I think they're not gonna like this.
While they work on prepping the foundation, we're gonna skip out on the work and go get a load of gravel. It's like every little kid's dream to get to drive their own dump truck to the quarry to get grok. I just can't get the smile off my face. Basically, I just told them, let's get as much as we can fit in there.
We are learning as we go. We've never done this before, so we watched a lot of YouTube this morning and I feel like we have a pretty good plan. So we're going to be using this rapid set non-sag sealant, and I'm going to be caulking this into every hole, gap, basically anywhere that water would be likely to get in if it could get behind our waterproofing membrane.
We pulled this wall out to get our wall straight. We put these braces in to hold it. Now we're gonna pour a concrete stem wall right here to permanently hold this in place. I've never poured a wall before. How hard could it be? You want two? I'm not even gonna, I'm not doing that. Smooth side towards the concrete. Fancy box, just to tear it all apart.
This is gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So now we're setting rebar into our stem wall and into our footer that when we pour this concrete, this rebar is gonna tie these two together, make a nice strong gusset to support our back wall. It's heavy. Yeah, it fits great. Just standing over there looking at this place. Courtney, does this still count as a remodel?
No, I don't think so.
Remember when we mixed concrete using our shower water?
Yeah, it smells like shampoo.
Oh, why did I choose 80-pound bags? Every time the price is appealing and then they're 80 pounds. I wish we had a bucket, but we don't, so. Yeah, that actually worked pretty well. All right, let's get to mixing, let's get to pouring. More hands makes for less work. Fridays are for pouring slabs.
What is this thing? No comments are allowed to go on this video related to this tool. This will come down here and it'll vibrate and hopefully... Oh, there we go. And that shakes it all up, like when you go to the beach and you pat the top of the sand and it goes like watery. Basically it does that to the whole thing and it should then go into all the nooks and crannies.
Oh, don't panic! I'm the only one panicking. Oh, dang it. We got a blowout.
With as much as I want to think we can just squish this back in, there's no way that us pushing this way is going to make the concrete go up. We're fighting pressure and gravity. I think we just need to bite the bullet, let the concrete out of our form, fix our form back stronger again, shovel the concrete off the floor back into the thing. Wow, you guys have mixed a lot while I was gone. Oh yeah. Man. Okay, let's get that concrete back in before it cures.
I really thought we were gonna have to sell the house and start over. I didn't think this was gonna work. Nice job, guys.
When the floor comes crashing down, the walls go away, the blocks come off, we dig out behind it, but the concrete pour goes bad and we need to sell the house. We learned a lot today. This was a humbling experience for me.
Good morning. We got a good night's sleep when we were headed back over to the property today to take the forms off our wall, and what do you think it's gonna look like?
I'm kind of afraid to take the forms off.
Should we just leave them?
Yeah, we might need to leave them.
Forever?
We were resourceful in our panic yesterday. I like this like rebar pin holding the crooked board.
Oh, sneak peek looks pretty good.
All right. Hey, guys.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad at all. Nice job, Courtney.
I actually like the texture of it. It looks pretty cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That actually looks pretty good, eh?
All right, we've got some gaps and cracks to fill on the outside of the foundation before Courtney starts applying waterproofing. And so we're gonna try to fill this whole void as best we can. This is the hole that we made with the eye bolt on. Yum. This is an emulsified asphalt, something rather goo. And we're gonna paint it on the backside of this foundation, try to fill in any little voids, any little cracks. We're going for 2 layers or maybe even 3 to build this stuff up thick, and hopefully it's gonna damp proof the entire exterior of this foundation. Courtney's waterproofing the back of the foundation. Andy's drilling the top of the stem wall for rebar so that we can put pins in our new block wall moving up from here. How do you know how to do this?
YouTube.
Shout out to Mason the Mason and Perkins Brothers Building. We've been watching a bunch of videos on how to do block work, and I think we've got a plan. We're all hard at work. It's a good day.
We're building the house.
The lesson I'm learning is that it takes way more than I think it's going to, so I glop a coat on. I use the brush to kind of like push it into the bubbles, and then I glop another coat on that's even thicker to like really try to build it up, and I still think I'm gonna come back and do a second coat, but it's doing a great job, so I think it's gonna make a huge difference. I hope.
You were important to me. Sometimes love, it ain't easy. I'm always confused what I want and I need.
When we finish our blocks, then we'll slide a full height piece of rebar into that same cell to tie the entire wall together, fill that cell with concrete. That's gonna tie our wall into our foundation, tie all the blocks together, and it keeps the block wall from being able to go like this in or out on that concrete. It's gonna be so much stronger than this ever was before. How to construct a wall. Crater the mix, don't know what that means. Add water, butter the ends, tap them into position using a trowel. Fill with mortar. That's it. That's all we have to do. He just called his friend in England who's a bricklayer and said, how do we do this? And he was on the phone for about 30 seconds and he said, all right, thanks.
We're not building a Swiss watch, Riley, are we?
Okay. Whoa. Oh my goodness.
Maybe we should stick to making dump trucks.
All my mortar came out.
Oh! Don't put the trowel down.
Someone's a stonemason now.
I need to put it down.
We're about to find out how straight or probably not straight this first row is. After 5 courses, we want to end up level and flat. So we're going to be trying to not only learn how to lay blocks, but also correct a crooked wall all at the same time. It's high right there above our bracket, and it's low out here. I'm frosting a muffin. I'm not frosting a cake because muffins are allowed to be ugly. It is pretty cool that we're going to basically reuse all of the block we pulled off. I feel like I just smushed it all back out again. This board is plumb and plumb. We're gonna pull strings from this board to the course on the opposite wall to make sure that this course lines up with that course and is level. While Andy works on laying more blocks, we're gonna start working on the French drain around the back. That way we can start backfilling, so when we lay the rest of the top blocks, we have something to stand on. I just crop dusted you. Paint on membranes like this can only do so much. If there's liquid water up against it, it's going to find a way in. So the goal is to keep the water away from the foundation at all, And that's where this stuff comes in. It's a plastic dimple with drainage fabric on the front. We're gonna lay this all the way along the foundation, all the way around this whole house. Boom. Because now it doesn't even matter if there's a crack back here. The water's just gonna drain. Like the water doesn't wanna go in the crack. The water wants to take the path of least resistance. So they make a nail gun called a ram set that would just like bam into the concrete.
No way.
Yeah. This whole valley we're in has a really high water table in the wintertime, and it literally holds water, which means there's water up against our foundation, pushing with hydrostatic pressure on the foundation. With this drain system and an effective French drain in, there's gonna be no way for water to be pushing on this wall anymore because we're giving it a physical path to leave and drain out.
So a little win for me right now. I've laid my first course of bricks, so I'm pretty happy. I've been wanting to do this for a while since we got here. Secretly, I wanted to knock more bricks down, so then we get to practice, and it's worked out. Practice on somebody else's house, not your own.
Next up is the French drain. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, and then we'll check it. A 1/4 inch per foot would be 1 inch at the end of this level. So I think it's a little high over there. This fabric is left over from our shallow well project, and it's way too wide for our French drain. I didn't want to buy a narrow roll. Instead, we're gonna cut this one up. So that's gonna give us 4 feet of overlap on each end. All right, you ready? Oh yeah, look at us.
Whee!
Oh, this was definitely worth saving $300. All right.
Right there?
Wow,
Woo!
that worked really well. We need one more.
Hi ho, in the trenches we go.
Can't really figure out a different way to do this, but we need to hold this fabric up so when we backfill with drain rock, we can then fold the fabric over. And this is the only way I can come up with to hold this fabric up. I'm sure there's a better way, but it's what we're doing. I'm safetying you.
How deep?
About to where that smudging is.
Saw?
Okay, I think it's time to start laying drain pipe in. Holes go down, even though that seems counterintuitive. That slides on. So that's gonna stick up out of the ground. I got my pen on my leash. Now this goes here. Holes still down. My intuition's like, no, we need to glue them so they're sealed. But they literally have holes in them. Oh my gosh, this tool belt is not useful. Holes down. I'm pretty happy with this. Definitely slopes down. Slopes a lot down. With the fabric in and the drain pipe in, it's time to start placing our drain rock. And I'm really worried that if we start dumping rock, we're just gonna ball that fabric up into a mess and have a mess. Do you know how tempting it was to not just... So this is called 2-inch drain rock. Basically, it gets screened so there's only big chunky rock. There's no fines in it. That way when this packs down, there's all these little spaces between the rock that the water is able to flow through. And then we fold our fabric over and it makes this burrito where the rock's in the middle. The fabric keeps all the sand from being able to filter into the rock and plug up our perforated pipe. It keeps everything clear of dirt. There was a drain in here and I dug it up. Didn't have any kind of drain rock and fabric. There was no textile at all. It was just a perforated pipe placed in sand, and the sand completely filled and plugged it. And the gutters ran into it. So basically the gutters on this house were pumping water underground into the foundation. Oh, this is hard to shovel. I'm gonna try doing the thing I said I wasn't gonna do, and I'm gonna try dumping with the bucket. Definitely got it down in the hole a lot faster. The top of our rock is now above the top of our footing, so it's gonna help keep that area dry. And I think it's time to turn this thing into a burrito, backfill this section so I can get that pile moved, so I can get the excavator across, so we can finish the rest of this thing.
Heck yeah.
This is a chimichanga. I don't even know what that is. Now we're gonna basically fill this corner in so I can get rid of that sand so that we can move the excavator around more easily. I backed myself into a corner a little bit where I put the piles. All right, this is Andy's idea. So if this doesn't work, it's Andy's fault. I think it's gonna work really well. And then we're gonna try to dump rock, flip the board up, pull it out.
Okay.
It's gonna save me a lot of shoveling. Should I start dumping about there? I think that's perfect, Courtney. Look at that. Wow, this was an exciting day. There was a lot to learn and a lot to figure out, but I feel like we have a system down, and by the end of the day tomorrow, we're gonna be backfilling this foundation.
I'm so tired.
Are you having fun though?
Andy, what's the most British way to say I'm exhausted? I am knackered.
Officially knackered.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Andy beat me down here this morning. He's been at it for a few hours and he's gotten another row done, which means he only has one more row of block left on this side before we can start wrapping up this side of the foundation. So while Andy works on that block work, I'm gonna keep working on our French drain and backfilling this excavation. This job site is so challenging. Between the overhead power line right here and the overhead power line right here, there's just not a lot of room for this excavator. So I think the key to compacting this sand is going to be water plus this vibrator plate, and we're going to be doing it in 1 foot lifts. Oh yeah, look at your technique. Oh, look at you. I like your scaffold setup too. Look how straight this is now. All right, Andy, nice job. I'm gonna go back to playing in the sandbox. All right, that's perfect. This drainage back here is probably one of the more difficult things I've ever done with an excavator. Like, it's one thing to just go to town on some trees and dig a big hole. It's another thing to be this precise and this careful. Okay, here we go. Rock in the back, fold the front over and the top down. Nice. We have ourselves one beautiful rock burrito. What are you eating over there, Andy? A burrito? Chili and rice.
Beans, tomatoes, turkey, rice.
Oh, I forgot your wife's from Texas. I probably shouldn't have turned down chili from a Texan woman. All this talk about burritos back here has me hungry now.
You nearly knocked my new wall over.
The important thing is that I didn't hit it.
Yeah, that's true. Finished.
One wall down. Nice, Andy. You didn't do the bottom course. It looks a little wavy, but the top course looks laser straight. Nice. Good job.
I'm happy with that.
Overall, I'm very, very happy with the progress that we're making over the last few days. It's like, it felt like for a while, all we were doing was making things worse. And now we're finally rebuilding and things are starting to look better. We're here this morning and we just realized that concrete's coming tomorrow. I already scheduled the truck to come tomorrow, which means that we have between today and today to finish the entire rest of this wall. We need 85 more blocks to finish out this wall because one, we couldn't reuse all of the blocks we took down, some were damaged, and two, we're extending this house 4 feet on each end, so we need more blocks for that. Andy, how are you feeling?
Good. I think it's going to be a long, hard day, but let's just take one day at a time. Let's get ready for concrete. We can do it.
I really appreciate Andy's can-do attitude with me, and let's do it. Woo!
Can't look in there because it makes me feel sick. I have to stand to one side.
Well, that makes is I'll show you what I got over here. I had good luck in town and I was able to get an entire pallet of block. Something that I think is really weird though, half the blocks in this pallet are the mid blocks and half the blocks are the end blocks. And when I asked the guy at the lumber yard about it, he's like, I don't know, that's just how they come. You need way fewer blocks for the end of the wall than the blocks in the middle. Drop it in the comments below and let me know, why is that how these blocks come? Whoa, look at that block.
Fresh.
Nice and shiny.
Oh, then I had to double a measurement, which were double in 3/8, and I was like, what is double 3/8? So I used my phone and said, hey Google, what is double 3/8? So much harder to measure in inches.
I'll agree with that.
I guess you just didn't know. And now I'm back doing all that I wanted. I'm gonna finish all the things that I started.
Oh, right as I finished chiseling this wall, I dropped the chisel down it. Oh, I got it with my fingers.
Woo!
There she is, mate.
I'm gonna be honest, when we started laying those first few blocks on that opposite wall, I didn't see any possible way that this was gonna go well, and I saw it ending in frustration.
We've ended on a high.
Yeah, we've got the hang of this now. I mean, we knocked this wall out today. Concrete's still coming tomorrow. We've got an entire footing to form over here. But that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. It's this or nothing. It's gotta work. Oh my gosh, don't fall.